Well, Matt, slightly different proposition to the Derby game at the weekend, but you want to pick the bones out of that one for us?
Yeah, look, tonight, what kind of about me looking at other players, looking at some younger lads. I would obviously like to look at a few more. We trained a group this morning back at Ramwood, so 6 or 7 hopefully are returning back to levels that we want. But obviously Clark made his debut tonight, is full from the start, and then Kane come on and Josh Ayres come on. Give some young lads. It's obviously given me a lot of food for thought, as I thought it would do, and how we can move forward. But like, I thought we did reasonably well first half. Obviously sending off, we then come out and got to a back four, try and put us wingers higher up, then just didn't have enough quality in that final third.
In terms of the second half, of course, you were a man up. Are you frustrated at not being able to kind of make the opportunities to get the equaliser?
Yeah, I think that, to be fair, like, we obviously watched footage of when they went down to 10 against Sheffield Wednesday in Cup, scored 2 goals with 10 players, so they've got a good squad here. Our squad's been tested a little bit tonight. A few lads I'd have probably wanted to bring off a little bit earlier than I actually did, but look, it's 90 minutes for a few players who probably needed to give me 90 minutes. I asked the players tonight to make a case for Saturday, and some have, some haven't. So that's fundamental part of football, and I expect a little bit more. I just felt that we didn't have that quality in the final third. But then, look, without sounding like a broken record, we've got a Tete back at Roundwood, we've got Sharif, we've got Coyote, we've got Nombe, like the big players for us. So Jordan and I thought Kieran did reasonably well tonight. So yeah, some positives but some negatives as well.
You've just been talking off camera. This wasn't a time to train exercise. You came here wanting to win this game, but like you say, it helps you really learn about the players you have got out on that pitch that you don't normally get to see in that environment. Yeah,
listen, I want to win every game we ever play in. The lads know that. I was just disappointed with this quality, but look, like that, they're the things that probably I've been saying in league games a little bit, and even more so probably today, the ones who are kind of behind the ones who have been playing probably lack that little bit of match sharpness, but at the same time still accept quality to be miles better than it was.
Is it perhaps useful from an educational point of view that normally you can sort of lads break things down post-match who have played, but some of these lads haven't played much, so is it able to kind of put that into a game situation and give some feedback on that?
Yeah, well, we did that obviously after Doncaster yesterday, and then obviously we start looking at Bolton, how that game shapes up. The game were kind of similar to what we thought it were going to be. As I say, you're probably at this stage where most teams in this competition will give the lads who haven't been playing regularly minutes, and we've managed to do that, so we'll be fitter for it Saturday. However, we've lost a game of football, and that's something that I'm not all right with.
When we're picking the positives out of it, Jamal Baptiste obviously short at centre half, thought he did well tonight.
Yeah, Jamal's done well, obviously coming in his first minute, still getting to know us. Obviously Zach Jules got through 90, which is good. Rafi got through 90, which is good. So yeah, look, we keep clicking the minutes on. Ended up then putting Shawnee and Powley on, but I just felt that we probably didn't threaten enough. We were a bit pedestrian in some of his play. We were a little bit too slow. When you play against 10 men, you have to shift the ball quicker. I didn't think we had enough runs in behind their back line, but these are all the things that I kind of know. And like, look, we're missing some, not all the key players, we're missing all the strikers really, other than Jordan Ugal. So look, like I say, that is what it is, but we'll move on, and hopefully we'll have some of them back in the not so distant future.
You've had a chance to look at a few players, but one specifically, Ted Can's not played in a competitive game for you. How do you think he fared?
Yeah, I thought he did well. Didn't do anything wrong. Look, we brought Ted to the club to push Dorse. We probably need to see a little bit more from him, which I've had conversation with. But look, Dorse has done nothing wrong so far. So that is what it is. I want to keep us challenging. But yeah, it was pleasing for Ted, and it looked, with no disrespect, like we hadn't changed keeper, which is obviously good.
And a word on the young lads, was anyone particularly caught your eye?
I thought Kieran did well when he come on. I thought Kieran did relatively well, and look, like even for James Clark, like, he did some things that he struggled a little bit with and got caught on it, but it's part of his experience and learning curve. So like I say, I did contemplate starting everybody tonight, but at the same time I just felt that others needed minutes and sharpening up and getting on the ball. We did that, but we just didn't have that quality in final third.
And the most important thing, I suppose, coming out tonight, aside from the result, is we've not picked any new injuries up, which is a big thing.
Well, I haven't yet. I'm stood out here. I've got to go back in there. This happened at Barnes the other day, so I'm hoping that we haven't. because it's important now that everybody knuckles down. I said yesterday that look, the squad's kept together. We didn't have many inquiries for players coming in. I had nobody knock on my door saying they want to leave. We've obviously brought Tom Holmes in. I think all in all the window's been quite encouraging. We're just lacking in injuries a minute, but look, that's something that I'm well aware of. But as I say, look, like hopefully Cian Spence and Joshua Coyote and Benno and we've obviously Tom Holmes has trained back at Roundwood again, as I said. So look, we've got good numbers coming back. Cian Atete. So we obviously have brought Denzel Hall out here, and we wish Arjani all the best with his international duty. So yeah, look, we're getting there. I'm positive. I know I were really down in the dumps after Saturday, but there's a lot to be encouraged about. There's a lot that we need to stay positive about. There's a lot that we need to all stick together in, because I said at the start, I've not told any lies, we're always going to be a rocky transition. I knew that. It's been rockier than I thought it would be, but at the same time there's encouraging parts of it. However, that now has to turn into results.